What do you do when you feel lonely? For most people, we seek social connections, which involves seeking the mind of others. This is mind perception, the cognitive mechanism involved in understanding those minds and making sense of their resulting behaviors. For religious individuals, loneliness is a strong motivator to seek the mind of God, a byproduct of mind perception. God is therefore seen as an intentional agent that serves to alleviate this sense of social exclusion. Among Danish Christians, engaging in prayer to God activates areas of the brain such as the temporoparietal junction, the temporopolar region, the anterior medial prefrontal cortex, and the precuneus, areas typically associated with mind perception. In the present study, I will examine whether, just as in interacting with other humans, the perception of God can serve as a buffer for social exclusion and reflect lowered activations in the neural correlates of loneliness. Christian and Muslim participants will play a cyberball activity programmed to elicit social exclusion. This will be the baseline measure for brain region activations. Then, participants will be randomly assigned to one of three conditions: personal praying to God, asking for strength to get through hardship, or making a silent and internal request for help from an imagined friend, or making wishes to Santa Claus asking for friends. Finally, participants will be put through the same cyberball activity for social exclusion as before. If the hypothesis is right, activations in the medial prefrontal cortex should be reduced only for participants who are making prayer to God. The effect of making a silent request to an imagined friend or making wishes to Santa Claus should be lesser, because the two entities would be perceived as being incapable of responding to the requests. This is in comparison to God, who is perceived as an intentional agent who is responsive to silent requests, such as personal prayer. This project would be of interest not only for social, cognitive, and affective neuroscience researchers, but also those studying the cognitive science of religion. This even includes those in theology, where scholars seek to understand the causes and effects of the perception of God in religious believers. In short, God is a friend.